Hey guys, welcome to Not So Popular Opinion. Today we got a video of one of the most popular, topics on the internet right now. The question of what do you bring to the table? I see this a lot, and I see women getting angry about it a lot, or just flying off the handle about it. And they wonder why men say things like, you don't bring anything. Because you could just answer the question. It's simple, and I'll explain what it means and why it's clear that a lot of women don't understand what that question means by their response. But let's check out this video real quick.
I adore this question because it always comes from men that I have absolutely zero intention of ever even looking at. Little Sammy 2020, why are you worried about what I bring to the table when I will not be there? I will not be there. Me at your table? Not in the vicinity, not even in the realm of possibilities, my darling.
Okay, first off, clearly she doesn't understand a lot, because crying emoji face implies a joke. It wasn't even for you to take seriously what little Sammy 2020 put online. So I seriously doubt that anybody that you're not talking to is really asking you this question for you to even say that you won't be at the table with him. And I'll get to where she doesn't understand the table itself after this though.
So the thing is, men that ask this question don't actually care what your answer is. Y'all will take any answer a woman gives. I've seen so many men ask this question. Every single answer a woman gives, they're not happy with, okay? You could say, I'm the perfect trophy wife. I'm hot, I look sexy, I look great on your arm.
How was that an answer? You cannot claim that you'll make a great trophy wife because you don't know what kind of trophy he wants. So you're already just making assumptions based on the way you look, about the way you feel about yourself. But you don't know what kind of trophy that man wants.
You'll never get the bitch. You're all fat, thick, and plastic, and you don't look good without makeup.
So what's wrong with a man not wanting someone that's fake and plastic? Fake lips, fake breast, fake ass, slathered, and makeup. What's wrong with him not wanting that? You may like it for yourself. He may like it short-term, recreationally, if you know what I mean. But that doesn't mean he wants it long-term. And there's nothing wrong with having a preference or knowing what you like and don't like. To take that as a slight against you shows that all you have is superficial. And you should appreciate a man wanting you to be natural, to be yourself. The fact that he can appreciate that is a good thing, or he prefers that is a good thing. Now I say this because it gives off the vibe that whatever you present to a man, he should be grateful and just take whatever you offer him. That should always be good enough. Whatever you're willing to give him, he should be okay with. And that's a fault that I will say till I'm blue in the face, till I'm old and gray. That is the fault of sugar daddy and simp culture, to where you have a man who has more money than he has game and time left, and he is willing to just give a woman whatever she wants for absolutely nothing besides the fact that she exists. And it's created this mindset with women to where, give me whatever I want and accept me as I am with nothing more than that. You should praise me as a queen for simply being a woman. that cycle has to be broken, because if you bring nothing, if you offer nothing, if you have nothing, you are worth nothing. That's with any adult human being. The only people that, in my opinion, can expect to receive and have nothing to offer in return are children. And as women stress all the time, when somebody tries to explain something to them or rationalize with them or help them, I'm not a child. So if you're not a child, don't expect all of your hopes and dreams to be fulfilled without having anything to offer, or without having to put any work into it, without surely expecting all this just for simply existing.
Okay, well, I'm a great stay-at-home wife. I'll cook, I clean, I can take care of kids. That's what you're supposed to do anyways. That doesn't mean anything. What do you contribute to the finances? Alright, well, I have a really great job, and I make a lot of money. Men don't care about how much money a woman makes. You should be at home anyways. Your place is in the kitchen.
Yeah, because statistically, a lot of men don't care what you make. Because as I've said before, and I've said this a long time ago, you are going to spend your money. And once you spend your money, no matter how much you make, you're going to be looking to spend his. That is usually how relationships work. He is going to have to pay for everything and cater to your needs when it comes to financial things. So why does how much you make matter? Because you won't be contributing anything to replace what you spent of his. I guarantee you're not going to want to be the primary breadwinner in a relationship. So realistically, if everything falls on him financially, why does it matter how much you make, or why would it matter to him how much you make? Me, I'm different, but a lot of guys aren't like that. I would prefer you be working because I know how much women spend.
Okay, well, I'm a great companion, I'm charismatic, I'm educated, I make a great conversation, and we'll always have a fun time together.
You make a great conversation? You make a great conversationalist? Maybe it would have been a better statement to make to help back up your statement of making good conversation.
Y'all will turn anything into a bad thing. It's really exhausting. You guys don't even know what you want. I know what I want. And I know that when the time comes, I will bring to the table exactly what is needed for the person that I'm meant to be with. And that is with everybody. You'll bring to the table exactly what you're supposed to for the person that you're meant to be with. So, just to reiterate, little Sammy 2020, don't you worry about what I bring to the table, baby. I'll be having a feast. I'll be having a great time. Yours, however, will be empty.
You will be having a feast makes no sense when it comes down to what the table actually is. There isn't even an simile to make when it comes down to what the table actually is in the terms of I'll be having a feast. I really hope that you do find that person for you. I hope everybody finds that. I really do. I do believe there's somebody out there for everybody. But you don't have an answer of what you bring to the table. And that's fine. Hopefully one day you'll figure it out. But right now you don't. And I think it'd be better that you figure out what it actually is instead of wasting time with these TikTok videos trying to get likes from other people who don't understand what the table is, one, and who also don't know what they bring to the table. But before I go further and explain what the table is,
let's look at some of these comments. One lady says, men who ask that question are asking you that question because they want you to get caught up answering it that you don't ask them. That's not true at all, because anybody who's ever been out on a date realizes that you will ask a million questions while you're on a date. And men don't have a problem with you asking them whatever questions you want to ask. Asking what do you bring to the table is just a copy-paste shortcut to get to the point. So if I can ask you one question and you answer it, and I feel like I don't have to waste any more time, whether I like your answer or I don't, and I can move on, then that shouldn't be an issue. It's easier than answering every single question one by one that could take several hours, several days, several weeks, several months for you to finally get to the point. All right, another person says, who clearly doesn't understand the table metaphor, says, and their table is a white plastic outdoor one from Walmart. Another commenter who seems to be an older lady who should already know what this means, because what do you bring to the table is not a new question. It's not even a new phrase. She says, I always want to ask, where's the table? What's already on that table? Is there at all any table to start with? She's clueless to what it even means. And no offense to her, but at her age, she should already know. Another woman says, it's because they're in love with their homeboys. What does asking a woman who I believe has potential, what does asking her, what do you bring to the table, have to do with my homeboys? It only shows your insecurity in yourself, knowing that you have nothing to offer a relationship. You have nothing to offer a man. So because he wants to know what you as an individual have to offer, that makes him gay? How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Where did this notion come from? Because a man is expecting anything from a woman nowadays, he must be gay. The last comment I'm going to read says, and I believe it's like a teenager based on the picture. Of course, I'm not going to show, but this person says, half of them live at home. Like, sir, you don't have a table. That is your mother's table. Again, someone who doesn't understand what the table is. Don't get online and just say things when you don't even understand. It makes you look like you're foolish. I don't want anybody to look foolish, and I hope you wouldn't want to make yourself look foolish. What I notice is a lot of people get offended by questions like, what do you bring to the table? Or statements like, women hit the wall at a certain age. These phrases aren't new. And I got a feeling that people get mad about it because it was popularized by someone they do not like and they hate. So they get offended by it because they think people use it because it is one individual, when these statements and phrases and questions have been asked for a long time. So we need to move past that. Get over your bias towards that person and take it at face value.
Me personally, I would never just straight up ask, what do you bring to the table? But I understand why some people do it. It's a time saver. It's a copy-paste response to get answers and not waste any time. There's nothing wrong with spending a little bit of time asking questions one at a time, playing 20 questions with someone, but it does take up a lot of time, especially when you're speed dating or flirting with multiple people online and things like that. What people don't understand is that the table isn't a real thing. Okay, first off, based on some of these responses, it makes me think that y'all think it's a real thing. It's a place where y'all meet and sit at and eat. And maybe y'all aren't that slow, but you're definitely not witty. So the table, I'm gonna try to give you an easier way to understand this. When you're going for a job interview, they ask you questions to try to see if you're a fit for that position, for that role in the company.
Just like when a guy asks you what you bring to the table is the relationship, the potential relationship that he is trying to build. What do you bring to that relationship? And I need all of you to understand, table equals relationship. So you cannot say you bring to the table the ability to be a good trophy wife unless you are a Stepford wife. You do not understand or know exactly what he wants in a trophy wife. And I guarantee from the attitude that you give in this particular video, a lot of the things he might request will be a no response from you. What do you bring to the relationship? Simple as that. I don't understand why people get upset by it. So you would spend 2 hours on a date asking lead-up questions. You would spend 2 hours on a date asking a bunch of lead-up questions, heading to that same path of what do you bring to a potential relationship? And if you can't answer that, just say so. But don't try to point the finger back at him for trying to get through it faster. I really want people to stop getting upset over this and really understand what it means. Women, y'all don't mind going on 3-4 dates, trying to slowly figure stuff out, spending hours talking on the phone. Me personally, I hate talking on the phone. I hate when people call me. It irritates me. I'd rather text. And then that's a bunch of reading while I'm trying to do 12 different other things. If I could ask, if I was still in the dating market, in a better way, since the table question offends you, if there was an easier way to ask it to get all the information at one time, I would do that. And just read all of that. And if I feel that it isn't what I'm looking for, I could just tell you, hey, it's not what I'm looking for, move on. Instead of asking one question at a time. But it seems to piss people off because they don't understand what it means. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this, creates a bridge between men and women on this question. And we can stop arguing about it. Y'all can stop getting an attitude about it and feeling hurt by it when it's not an insult. It's just a quicker way of doing what y'all do every single day. All right, guys, tell me what y'all think. Hopefully y'all get what I'm saying. Hopefully a lot of you guys already knew what it meant and never got offended by it in the first place. If y'all did, let me know. If you already knew what it meant, hey, I'm good. You're already ahead of the game. Until next time, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll always be notified in the next video. Until next time, peace.